After the deadly fires in Los Angeles earlier this year, celebrities held a benefit concert through FireAid, helping raise $100 million for residents in need. But now many are asking the question, where did all that money go? The Washington Free Beacon is reporting much of the money went to programs for illegal aliens and nonprofits that only assist, quote, Black and brown communities. So let's dig into that. Greenline Housing Foundation received a portion of the $4.8 million health and housing grant. And according to them, in order to qualify, applicants must be, quote, Black or Hispanic. Then there's the Black Lives Era nonprofit called the Black Freedom Fund. It received money from 2 rounds of disaster relief. In a 2023 grant proposal document, it says that it only assists groups that are, quote, led and controlled by Black people and primarily serving Black people. It goes even further. Alliance for Better Community also received funds, while their stated goal is to advance equity for the Latino community. And there's also Homegrown. It received money from the Children and Families Grant, and according to their website, they're committed to steering some funds to undocumented providers. Now, FireAid is defending their work, saying it, quote, tasked Latham and Watkins to conduct a comprehensive review of FireAid's governance and grant-making policies. The Los Angeles Times also conducted a review of the funds and wrote, a review of the beneficiaries' grants and work showed how FireAid was an urgent lifeline in the worst of the disaster and beyond. FireAid's website highlights the organizations where the funds have gone, all doing good things like helping to distribute food and clothing. But joining me now is the man who broke this story. It's Washington Free Beacon political reporter Jon Levine. Jon, it's great to have you here on the show with us today. It seems to me that disaster relief, helping people in need, would not be something that should be prioritized according to race. I don't think fire sees race.
Right. Well, it's good to be here, Will. Yeah, you know, I knew something was fishy here in February because FireAid released a statement saying that they're going to promise they're going to spend the money equitably on fire relief. And that's when I knew, because that's one of those words that whenever I read it, whenever I see it in print, I know it's something screwy is going to go on here. And so there's no rocket science involved in what I did. I simply went to the website where it talks about all the nonprofits that they were giving the money to. And that's another sort of red flag. You know, we're going to give all the money we raised to California nonprofits, who are some of the most famously corrupt and do-nothing organizations on this planet. And it just took a very moderate amount of sleuthing, just going to the individual websites to see open discrimination. I mean, they promised equity and they kept their promise. And you have many organizations that refuse to work with white people. You have many organizations that are exclusively dedicated to illegal aliens who should not be in our country. There was at least 10 organizations dedicated to mental health, including one for musicians that's based in Nashville. There was another one, you didn't even mention it, for Get Out the Vote initiatives for indigenous people. None of this has to do with fire relief. And if you actually talk to people in California, they will all say the same thing. No homes have been built. There's been no relief. It's just a quagmire, and it's been almost 6 months now, and nothing is happening. Nothing is going on. No one's seen any of the money.
So let's remind everyone, Jon, FireAid was a huge charity, money-raising event, involved a lot of celebrities, brought in a lot of donations and a lot of money to help people in need after the fires in California. Now, what we're learning, and by the way, there have been some, like Spencer Pratt, reality star, who have been highlighting this as well, pointing out how corrupt this entire rebuild or lack of a rebuild has actually been. And so what you have shown us here, as you mentioned, didn't take a lot of sleuthing, but just piecing together, is that victims of this fire, at least with some of these charities, were not just prioritized, but denied if they didn't have the right skin color. So open discrimination in California.
Right. I can't point to any individual person who was denied by one of these charities. I can only point to what they say on their own websites, which is you must be Black or brown to receive funds. So I don't know if you're a white person trying to get money. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, the Black Freedom Fund, I can't imagine that a white freedom fund would be successful in California. I think that would get shut down pretty fast. I'm only taking these organizations at their word.
Yeah, and it's spelled out for us right there, as you point out on their websites. It just makes you wonder. I've been involved in some of these charities, notably when there was a fire in Lahaina, Maui, and you have a great duty to the people, the great Americans who always step up charitably to help one another out. And it just makes you wonder, is this what they signed up for when they look to help the people in California? Great reporting, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Will.
Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.